What's good? It's your boy Tab Money, and I want to get my commentary of what Phil Spencer said in the interview. I think it came out recently. I seen through this one dude channel, and he gave his commentary. What I'm saying? As me being an Xbox only fan, not only using the console, but also using the cloud gaming. Like I said, every gameplay that you see on my channel is through the cloud. So that's one thing. But one thing I want to say is I want to put this out there. With everything that Phil Spencer said in that interview about, Xbox being in third place and stuff like that, if you read my descriptions in my past video, I think I put in my description, my Redfall gameplay, that, when it comes down to me though, man, I was there when the original Xbox came out, which basically means that I was there in the creation of it. But let me tell you this though, I had a Nintendo and also a PlayStation, particularly a PS2 and a GameCube. Now, as I was playing these three consoles or whatnot, the new generation was approaching us. During that time, everybody was selling their consoles and their games and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it came to the recession, I think it was around the recession or time. Yeah, I think it was around the recession. I think around this time, what I'm saying, something was clicking inside of me when it came to the original Xbox, particularly the Xbox. Now, here's the thing: I was still young. I thought Xbox was a Japanese company, and I thought, I thought it came from the same place as Xbox, as PlayStation and Nintendo. But I didn't have no knowledge of this, but I thought they all came from the same people. Even though I was young back then, I was probably like 11 or at least 12. But something was calling me towards the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? When I looked at my original Xbox, I realized, this is the console for me, but it was a calling, a spiritual calling. And you know what I'm saying? What I mean by spiritual calling, what I'm saying, as I was looking at it and just mesmerized how big of it is, I know it's going to lead to something greater for me in the coming future. You got to say I'm very spiritual. My mom was going to metaphysical stores, constantly, even when I was playing my Nintendo 64 and my original PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? But when I finally got the original Xbox, I felt like this is the only console for me to stick with. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I had the 360, and then I still got my Xbox One S, and also I got Xbox Series S that's next to my router now. Since I ain't got no TV in my room, I just play through my tablet from now on. And every time I play on my Xbox, I play through the cloud, and I'm a screen record for y'all. Also, let's be on the lookout for some gameplays too. I'm gonna come out with some gameplays, but particularly though, even though you might be saying I calling Phil Spencer my uncle and I'm gonna be honest with you. If he get replaced and have another leader, whether it's Sarah Bonds or anybody else, I will also praise him as well. Anybody that's behind the Xbox brand, I will give praise to, because if it wasn't for Xbox, I would not be gaming right now, and I would have got deep into my spiritual practice and my New Age movement type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But since the concept that the metaverse was brought up, creating a digital world, a virtual world, what I'm saying, that's what brought me back in. No, I was still gaming because of game rages and also esports, which is why you see LA Thieves on my skin on my Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause now, I am into Call of Duty League and also getting into Overwatch. But the main thing I want to say though is that with everything that Phil Spencer said in that interview is correct. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell that Xbox gonna get out of third place. Why? Because when it came to America trying to get into the console space in the beginning of around the 1970s and the 80s and stuff, basically in the 60s, we were terrible at it. We were terrible at making consoles. And when we passed the knowledge to the Japanese, they somehow enhanced that shit. And now you got Nintendo, PlayStation, and Sega. You know what I'm saying? But PlayStation wanted to have a monopoly, whole nine yards. And when it comes to Nintendo, it's so kid friendly, so kid like. It might bring it back into your childhood playing those, children games, unless you're a hardcore Nintendo's only fan. When it came to PlayStation, though, I can tell they're all about monopoly wise things when it comes to, good hardware and stuff like that. When it came to Microsoft, even though they're about the money, but at the same time, you gotta understand Microsoft is only a software company. They never really got into hardware until Sony talking about, the PlayStation is the living room PC that's gonna replace the PC. So you can watch the history on their channel if they still got that playlist in the playlist section in the Xbox channel. So y'all know you wonder, well, why they always pushing Game Pass? Game Pass is a software service. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said when you got also Phil Spencer is right. Look at Sea of Thieves. It took many years for them to develop it. We gotta understand why they put it on Game Pass. The reason why they put it on Game Pass, because first of all, you know you can stream it on Twitch from your console or through the cloud if you want to. The main thing is they is looking for people who want to stream games off of Game Pass and put it on YouTube, Twitch, and so on and so forth. So you gotta understand how Microsoft is rolling. Even though they're $1 trillion company, you also can make money by simply streaming their games either through the cloud or through built-in Twitch software within the Xbox consoles. So the idea of me downloading Redfall, since I'm playing my Xbox through remote play, you know what I'm saying? It says if I'm going to play, if people want to talk bad about Redfall, well, I'm going to play Redfall. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to play Redfall, you know what I'm saying, since the last gameplay. But main thing I'm trying to say is that the Game Pass server software, you know what I'm saying, will be a good use for those who want to test out the game, but also put it on a social media accounts. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, even though you're giving them money, they will help you make money for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, if you're a content creator, because Amazon is right. When Amazon was promoting Luna, in the near future, everybody's going to be a gamer. Everybody in the world is going to be a gamer. Why? Because most of these jobs, especially warehouse jobs, and most of the jobs are going to they're going to have robots and shit. So majority of people in Gen X and Gen Z are going to be nothing more than content creators when it comes to pushing out content. And when it comes to Microsoft, they're always going to create the Xbox consoles. They might stick with the series name or come up with another name. Either way, they're still going to create consoles for those who used to using consoles. And also, and because of Sony, they want Microsoft to keep pushing out consoles. Even though when it comes to creating Xbox consoles, it's coming from the Xbox sales, but mostly from other sales, strictly from Game Pass, but many other softwares that Microsoft is working on. So basically what I'm trying to say is that Phil Spencer is right. When it comes to PlayStation, Nintendo, when it comes to the exclusive games, they get great deals off of it and they pressure those who can make the game official. You know what I'm saying? When it came to PlayStation 2, I grew up on Jak and Daxter. I grew up on all the old school Mortal Kombat games. I grew up on all those. You know what I'm saying? Even Tekken 2 when it came to the original PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? But even though I don't participate in these console wars, like I said, so they're still gonna work at the Activision Blizzard deal. I'm still looking forward to Call of Duty catalogs, being on Game Pass and download every single one and playing from the beginning all the way to now. It's my ultimate plan and putting strictly streaming on Twitch, when it comes to playing on my console and hopefully screen record it and put it on my YouTube channel. But main thing I want to say though is that you gotta understand even if Phil Spencer got fired, got replaced, that same exact person is still gonna say the same thing. We're still gonna promote Game Pass. Microsoft is behind Game Pass. Why? Because Microsoft is a software company. Sony is a hardware company when it comes to DVDs, CD players, and now also movies and stuff. But Sony always been experts in hardware. Microsoft is only interested in software. They've always been a software company. So when it comes to Game Pass, of course they're going to promote the hell out of it because it's a software service. So it doesn't matter if Phil Spencer get replaced or get fired, like people be saying. Phil Spencer is doing his job, man. They want Kings that's part of Activision Blizzard, but not only that, but people who are big fans of Call of Duty and want to play the whole catalog of it, they know that all that's going to be added to Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? If they raise the price, let them raise the price. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, if you're that type of person that's a hardcore gamer or just a person that plays video games, you gotta be that type of person that basically don't barely do anything with his life, like going out being social, like going to restaurants. If you're that person that like to be out in the world and be in the physical world, don't just stick with PlayStation and Nintendo. Specifically PlayStation though. Stick with PlayStation, because when it comes to Xbox particularly. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them having a subscription service, you know what I'm saying, you're also getting discounts on games. Also, you can stay Xbox too, but basically what I'm trying to say is for those who are up there complaining about, unfinished games going on Game Pass and stuff, if you're not a content creator where you screen record or streaming on Twitch from your console. You gotta, basically what I'm trying to say is that Microsoft's trying to help you be a content creator when it comes to the games they're pushing out that is unfinished. And I know you wonder, will you stream Starfield? Yes, I would stream Starfield. Like right now, I'm finna delete Apex. I'm not delete, but uninstall Apex and Root Company, and also Battlefield, because when it comes to games I don't play at all, I might as well uninstall them and play the games I play mostly. Because one Street Fighter 6 is coming, and I know I know the software is gonna be a huge file due to how many updates and stuff and how many things that's gonna be added into this game. I'm really going to install games I don't play at all. So you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna keep Star Trek Online. Of course, I'm gonna keep that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to install games that I don't even play. You know what I'm saying? But then I ain't gonna waste my time playing. But one thing I want to say though is that Phil Spencer know that Xbox is definitely gonna be in third place. It's not gonna replace that. And Nintendo and PlayStation is gonna continue to have exclusive games and exclusive amazing hardware for those who enjoy their hardware. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, Microsoft have always been about software. They're the first ones in the door when it came to software, especially in the invention of computers and PCs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards, y'all, man. So that's all I want to say, though, man. So I hope this video was deep for y'all. Like, I am going to still play Redfall, during, unfinished. I might stream Redfall here and there, but, I am going to play Call of Duty and Fortnite and Overwatch 2 as well. And that's all I got to say. So this is your boy, Tad Money, man. I hope you enjoy this and have a great day. So peace.